Hi, I'm Matt, and today I want to talk about the 10-minute model. One of the things I love about the 10-minute model is it allows you to quickly establish a baseline versus migration scenario. You can determine the potential viability of a business case for a cloud migration, establishing you as the trusted advisor to your clients. It provides an opportunity for a consulting engagement that puts an end to free pre-sales. And once complete, CloudStep allows you to expand on this business case, adding granularity that's specific to your customer's business. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the requirements. First, we're going to need to know some information about the migration plan, when we intend to start, how long it will take, how many migration waves we expect there to be, whether we're going to have a parallel run, and our budget. Next, we need to know some information about the current IT team, how many FTE there are, their average salary, and what that might look like in the future. Next, we'll need to know some information about the ESX environment. We like to use the RV Tools export, and this produces an Excel file. Next, we need to know some information about the data centers, how many there are, and any monthly operating costs. Next, we need some licensing information, and we need this for the current state and future state. Things to think about are the ESX environment, the Windows environment, the SQL environment. Next, we need some managed services information, the current makeup of the managed services arrangements, how this will change in the future. We need to think about things like network, SAN, server management, virtual machines, database and storage. Finally, we need to know some information about the applications, how many applications there are in the environment. To begin the 10-minute model, go to the Model menu and click 10-minute model. Step 1, migration plan. This is where we need to tell CloudStep when we'd like to start our migration. So I've selected in 3 months' time. Where we're deploying to, I've selected Australia East. How many migration waves we wish to have? I'm going to go for a big bang all at once, given this is just a small migration. And a transition team cost, so the budget for the migration. Finally, we need to select a retirement plan. So this is how long we want to run infrastructure in parallel for. So I've just selected a month. Click Save and Continue. Step 2 is defining your team. So here we need to define our current FTE staffing levels across all the different roles that exist in the IT team. So given this is a small model, I've just defined an infrastructure person at 1 FTE and a support at half an FTE. And then after migration, I'm expecting this to decrease slightly. Click Save and Continue. Next is the virtual infrastructure. So here we need to import our RV Tools export. Click Choose File, browse to the location of your RV Tools export and click Open. Click Save and Continue. Next, we need to define the data centers. Now it's pulled this information out of RV Tools, so we can see here that it's identified one data center, but we could go in and add another data center if we wish. Click Save and Continue. Next is licensing. So now we need to tell CloudStep about how we're licensed today. So for the ESX, I've selected a standard license. And for our Windows data center, I've selected a perpetual license. Next, we can find SQL servers in our environment, and we can do this by doing some pattern matching, and it checks the host names of the virtual machines. So I've added star SQL star and star DB star. And you can see here it's identified a SQL server. I don't have any enterprise servers in my environment, so I've left this blank. Now, after we've migrated, I'm selecting to buy the licensing through the cloud provider. Save and Continue. Step 6 is managed services. So again, we need to tell CloudStep about the managed services arrangements that we have now and then after. So for server management, I've selected $250 per physical server. And for virtual machine management, $110, database $125, and nothing for storage. Then post-migration, I've selected a slightly reduced rate for each of those. Click Save and Continue. Next, we need to define the applications. I've gone and added 10 sample applications here, and I've got CloudStep to just randomly wire those up to servers for now. Again, click Save and Continue. And there we have it. Here's our baseline versus migration scenario.